Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us. One big happy family. I use for the most part 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal brands. They're 4-ply, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton, but Aunt Lydia number 3 is a little bit thicker, so your patterns become a bit bigger. My colors here go by number, not by name. So this beautiful, gorgeous blue, almost like my nails, number 30. And I use 2.75 hook, small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, a pair of scissors. I also would like to mention that I do have a private crochet group. If you're interested to join the beautiful queens there and myself, you're more than welcome as long as you have a profile pic. I also have a crochet page. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and also TikTok. All of these links will be below in the description box. All you have to do is just click there. If you're not subscribed yet and you like the channel, please subscribe, hit that subscription button. It is free. Everything is free. Tutorials are free. And don't forget to hit that bell notification to be notified of the new uploads. Please also give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. And any suggestion, questions, please feel free. If I don't answer you right away, it's because we're in a different time zone. I'm in Europe. So we are going to get started. I also would like to mention, if the video is too fast for you, you could always slow it down, turn your closed caption on, pause, take notes, or just pause, look at what you're doing, see if it matches what is on the screen. I do have a link if you don't know how to do these things to slow down the video. There's a link in the description box, 2 minutes. I show you how to do that and also how to zoom in so you can see the stitch properly. Okay? Thank you so much, everybody. Let's get started. I almost forgot. So there's a lot of people that question me about these balls of thread. These are 100%, of course, cotton thread. They're 100 grams, equivalent to 325 yards. They're $12 a ball. Minimum of order is 6 to cover the shipping cost because it's horrendous from here to there to out in the world. Besides being Europe, if you're European, obviously, it's cheaper because you're part of the Euro Union. Okay? Okay, everyone, so we're going to create another little girl's dress. I'm going to try this thread. It's a whole different thread than what I'm used to using. It's way softer, lighter. So, and it's considered a 5, number 5, I guess they would say 5-ply, but my thread number 4. So here, before we go anywhere, it's 100% cotton thread. And the higher the number in some companies, the thinner the thread. Like in the old days, if you remember number 20 or number 10, they're very thin threads. So my 4-ply would be like Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton. This is a 5, so it's a little bit thinner again than Aunt Lydia number 3, than my regular number 4, because I am in Europe and it's a whole different ballgame. But anyway, I'm going to try, I believe this is called for probably a 1.75. Not sure, but I think that's what it is, but I will see as I work with it. And I plan to use these 2 colors, the purple and the cream. Let's see how well we can do this, right? So I believe 1.75. I'm going to try it 2, but I'm almost sure it's 1.75. I'm out of town, so I don't have all my hooks with me. So, and you're probably hearing an echo. I'm in pretty much an empty room here. Trying to do this recording, so it will sound like a big empty place, right? But that's okay as long as you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so either try that, whatever best fits you. And I have 2 hooks here, number 2, so that's what I am going to try for, to see if it's the same thing more or less, because sometimes Certain hooks it says a 2, but they could be a little bit thinner or a little bit thicker. So I'm gonna try it out and see what happens. And if I'm not comfortable with the number 2, I don't have a 1.75 with me, then I might just have to do the tutorial on my regular thread, which I happen to get some also. But I found this thread very interesting. For that reason, I wanted to try it, okay? Okay, everyone, so the first thing you want to do is that slip stitch knot. Hopefully I can work with this. If not, then I will have to change my thread. And I'm going to do 100. So this is the same beginning as we did. If you guys recall, I just launched a few days ago the little yellow and cream dress. So this is similar to it. Well, the beginning, the top part is exactly the same. It's the bottom part that will be different. So I'm going to do 100 chain stitch. Now, this will be from 1 to 2 years old, but because this thread's a little bit thinner, it could be even less. Let's say 12 months, 10 months or 12 months. I'm not sure how well this thread, especially with my tight stitch, it could be a little bit smaller. Okay, but I'll let you know once I have created, if I do end up creating with this thread, right? So 100. Now, if you want to make it smaller, for like, you know, a 6-month-old or something like that, well, first of all, you have to go with thinner thread, and you cut down 8 chain. So to increase is to go bigger on the size by 8 chain, and decrease smaller, 8 chain less, okay? So I've done 100 chain stitch, and I'm going to do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come back on my 5th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me just recount. 2, 3, 4, and 5. On my 5th chain, I'm grabbing both loops. I'm not grabbing only the top loop, or else it's going to curve. We don't want the pattern to curve. And doing 10 double crochets, 1 per stitch. Okay. I've done my 10 double crochets, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, okay? And I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2. On my 3rd one, I'm going to complete 6 double crochets in the same stitch. This is pretty much the shoulder part that we are creating here. And the 10 we did here is the back part. So 2, 4, 5, and 6. 1 chain, skip, again, 2, 1, 2, come on your 3rd, and do double crochet. Now, we're going to do the front part of the dress. So we need 20 double crochets. So 1 per stitch. So do your 20, and then I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So I've done my 20. I'm going to do my 1 chain. I'm testing my 2 hooks that are number 2, and this one's a little bit harder to work with. I don't know why. So skip 1, 2, come into the 3rd one, and do again your 6 double crochet. So we're building the 2nd corner of the dress. Of course, the dress has 4 corners, the 2 fronts, the 2 backs, right? Or the beginning of the shoulder and the front and the back part. So we have 5 2, 4, 6, 1 chain, skip again, 1, 2, come into the third one, and create 20 double crochets again, 1 per stitch, and I'll meet you at the end of mine. Okay, everyone, so I've done my other 20 double crochet, 1 chain, and I'm going to repeat those 6 double crochets. So we're going to skip 2 stitch and come into the third one with the 6 double crochets in the same stitch. Now, I've had quite a bit of people ordering me the yellow dress that I did. And I have to warn a lot of yous out there, one of the orders that was placed was by a hacker pretending to be PayPal with PayPal logo. The only difference was it wasn't in small letters. It had like PayPal and then .com was huge letters. And then they asked for you to deposit $200 more into the account to have premium in order to be a business, like all kinds of crap. So I catched on pretty fast and reported them. 2, 4, 6, 1 chain, and 1, 2, and 3. You have to be extremely careful. The people that are especially selling and doing it through PayPal, there's a lot of scammers with trying to pass as PayPal. PayPal never ever asks you for any deposits of money or charges you for any business accounts. Okay, so we're going to do 20 more double crochets. I just want to put it out there and warn you guys that are selling that you might be selling like I do, and people pay me through PayPal. And these scammers, they're very clever in what they do, and the logo looks so like much professional as if it was PayPal, and they're hackers and scammers stealing you for every dime you have. So be extremely careful. And actually, when they requested the order of the dress, it was out of a crochet group. So just to let you know, there's a lot of scammers in the crochet group. You have to be extremely careful, especially if you are in crochet groups and posting your stuff, and they might message you and ask you that they would like to buy that. They don't care about shipping and so on and so forth. Anyway, I just wanted to warn you because I've just experienced this yesterday. Okay. So 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Let's do 20. So I finished doing my third group of 20. So that's 20, 20, and 20. Basically, that's the front, the part of the shoulder, and this would be the back. Okay. So again, we're going to do 1 chain, skip 1, 2, and to the third one. And we're going to do those 6 double crochets. So this is our 4th. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then after this, skip a chain, skip 2 space, I should say, do 1 chain, and we're completing the 10 double crochets, exactly how we started. That's the back part. It is open. Then you will need to put a button to close it up afterwards. 2, 4, 5. And 6, 1 chain, skip 1, 2 into the third one, and complete your 10 double crochets. Okay? Okay, everyone, so we pretty much finished also the 10 double crochets. Okay? So now we're going to turn around, and we're going to work 10 double crochets again. I like to come in, you can go ahead and do 3 chains, just go up. I'm doing a single and 1 chain, but I'm stretching my thread. You can do also a single or two chain, or your 3 chain going up, as you prefer to work your pattern. I'm used to doing it this way, so I'm going to continue this way. I think it looks more natural. looks more like there's a double crochet there instead of just, 3 chain, but that's personally just me. Okay, so double crochet over double crochet, very simple. So I finished doing my 10 double crochets. Now we're going to have 14 rows, okay, of these 2 rows. We're always going to alternate 6 double crochets in one stitch, and then we're going to do front posts. But before your 6 double crochets, here comes our increase. So we're increasing by 1 on this 10th double crochet, 1 chain, coming on the first double crochet here, and we're doing front post. Okay, so the next row we're going to do is the row of the 6 double crochets like this we did here on the first row, and then we're going to do this, and then this, then this. So it's going to alternate like that until 14 rows. Okay, so this is my second front post, and this is my 3rd front post. So I'm doing like a shell, but with front posts. Okay, in reality, this is the back part of the dress, or I should say the inside of the dress, because the motif effect will be in the front. 1 chain. So we always have to do an increase on the last double crochet here and on the first double crochet to all of the rows in order for the dress to expand. Okay, so 2 double crochets on the first one, and then the rest of the 20 double crochets that we have here, we continue to do 1 double crochet per stitch. Okay, so 1 double crochet per stitch. I'll meet you here just to show you again. So I'm on my last double crochet of the 20. And remember what I said, we always have to do an increase on the last one and on the first one. 1 chain, and then proceed again with your front post. So you do 3 front posts, and then 2 chain as if it was for a shell, and then again 3 front posts, double crochet of course, 1 chain, coming in that first double crochet with 2 double crochet. Always our increase at the beginning and on the first ones, at the end, at the beginning, at the end, at the beginning. Okay, so I'll meet you in the beginning of the next row. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished my 11 double crochets. Don't forget, we have to do the increase on the very first one here. So I've turned around. I've done my single, my 1 chain, and I've stretched the thread because I don't want it to be short. I want it to be the same size as the other ones. And again, just repeating double crochet over double crochet. Like I said, the next 14 rows will be this way. Okay, so now we are returning, creating row 1 again. We are in row 3. That means that we'll be doing the 6 double crochets, pretty much preparing the foundation for the next row, which is the front posts. Okay, so I'm on my last double crochet again, continuing to do the increase, 2 together on the same stitch, 1 chain, coming in the center of those front posts that I did, and creating the 6 double crochets. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Exactly what we've done here. So the next row will be row 2, what we did with the front posts. Okay, 1 chain, and again increase on your first double crochet. Now you can mix colors on this. You don't have to be specifically on the same color. You can do 2 rows of a color, 2 rows of another color, depending what would you like for the little girl's dress. Okay, so I'm going to complete my 14 rows and then come back to you at the end of it, because then we need to close the sleeves out. Okay, so pretty much what we're doing now, these increases we're doing is for the sides of the under armpit going to the back and front. So 1 per stitch, and then on the last one we're doing the increase of 2 together. So I'm on the last one, doing another double crochet on the same stitch. Okay, 1 chain, coming inside of that 2 chain, creating my 6 double crochets. One chain, coming on the next first one of the 20 and doing my increase. Okay, so you know when you're going to turn around, we'll be doing exactly what we did here. The 3 front posts, 2 chain, and 3 front posts. Don't forget, you have your increase here, your increase here. 1 chain space between them. I'll meet you at the end of my 14th row. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much have my 14 rows done. So this is the back part. I'll try to put it up a little bit more so you can see on camera. This would be the shoulder parts, and this is the front part. Obviously, it's turning a bit. That's normal. It's also due to the quality of this thread, but it will get fixed once we finish the body or the skirt part of the thread. So now, this 15th row, we're going to close up the sleeves, okay? So very simple. I'm still going to do my single, and I'm stretching my thread 1 chain. Now normally sometimes I'll do single 2 chain if my stitch is tighter. Not every day we have the same stitch tension. I don't know if you guys have realized that, but I know from experience some days are looser, some days are more tighter. Okay, so 1 per stitch. So I'm getting to the last one here. We're still doing our increase, the 2 double crochets on the last one, 1 chain. Now here inside of this shell, I'm doing only 3 double crochets. I'm going to come to the next shell. Make sure that you do bend your pattern the proper way to close the sleeves. So this will be the sleeve area. And we're going to do 3 more double crochet inside of the next shell. 2 and 3. 1 chain. Again, we're coming into the double crochets. We still have to do our increase. And then 1 per stitch until we meet the next shell. Actually, yeah, at the next shell. So I'm going to do 1 per stitch, and when I get to the end here, I'll come back with you because we need to close the other sleeve, okay? And we'll be doing exactly the same thing, what we've done with this one. Okay, so I've come to the end. I've added my increase on the last one. 1 chain, coming in that shell again with 3 double crochets only. And again, bending the sleeve here into the next shell. Make sure that your stitch is tight enough on this one here because we don't want to leave a big gap on attaching the sleeves, correct? Okay, so do your 3 double crochets again. So basically it's like that, right? And then we're doing 1 chain and our increase, 2 double crochet and 1 per stitch. And I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end. Now we need to close, obviously, the dress up. This is the back part where it's open. Now I'm going to come into my last chain here of the double crochet one up. So we're closing it up. I'm going to do 1 chain, come back in, and do a single. Now this whole row will be about singles in all of the stitches, 1 per stitch. Just singles all the way around. I'll meet you when I get to the shell. So I'm here where the shell is. So inside of that 1 chain space, I'm doing a single and then 1 per stitch. And then a single again, where we have that 1 chain space and 1 per stitch. So just continue to do your singles all the way around, 1 per stitch, and then I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I'm just going to give you an idea what it looks like so far. So this is the back part, and this is the front part of the dress. Okay. Then you have the sleeves that we just closed up over here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, so I've done all my singles. I've cut my thread, and I'm going to come in with the lavender. Now we're going to build this row with triple crochets because this is where the ribbon goes in the center. So I'm going to come in that first single we did. Try to hide my thread as I go with the single. And 2 chain would be for a double crochet. But we're doing triple. So 3 chain is triple and 1 for space between them. Again, I'm going to skip a space coming into the next one and doing triple. 1 chain space. Skip a space into the next one, so you roll twice on your hook. 1 chain. Skip a space into the next one. We must have even numbers. So I'm going to continue mine and tell you how much I have at the end. Okay, so 1 chain, skip a space, and to the next one, triple crochet. I'll meet you at the end. This is all the way around the same way. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished all my triples. I have 56 triples. I'm going to come inside of the space and I'm going to do single on top of the triple with a single. Now we need to do 4 increases. So I'm going to do one here, and 2 in the front because we will be missing 4 singles. Okay, so 1 inside of the chain stitch, 1 on top of the triple, 1 inside, 1 on top. And I'm just going to balance that increase out. There's no specific place, but you must do 2 in the front and 2 in the back. Okay, so if I count from here to here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So on my 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is this one here, I'm going to do an increase 2 in the same stitch, just so the pattern can balance out. Okay, so that's my first increase, 2 in the same stitch. And then I continue on to the front, and then we'll do the same thing in the front. Do 2 increases in the front, and then at the end, I'll do it here on the 6th place again. So simple. Okay, so I'll meet you at the front. So I'm at the front, and I'm just going to add one here. So 2 singles on the same stitch, and then continue with 1, and then I'll add an extra one further up, just so we don't have it all in the same space. So 1 inside of the chain stitch and 1 on top of the triple. I'm going to add another one here. I'm not even doing counting, so I've added the 2, so that means I have 3 increases already. I have the last one to do once I get to the back and do my last increase, which will be the 4th increase. Okay? So again, counting from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do it on my 6th like I have it on the other side. And then just 1 per stitch. So I have my 4 increases on there. Okay. Okay, everyone. So pretty much finished my row. Now, we are going to do, I'm going to come back in the same stitch, do my single, 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2, on my 3rd, I'm doing a single, 1, 2, 3 chain. If your tension is extremely tight, do a 4 chain. 1, 2, on my 3rd, a single. So we're creating these little loops all the way around. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that's all we have to do is create these loops all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. Another thing I want to mention is in case we're supposed to have 40 loops at the end. Now, in case we have, let's say 38, 36, something like that, then we need to take down some. And instead of jumping 1, 2 into the 3rd, jump only 1 to do the increase, to make sure we have 40 loops, okay? We must have it or it's not going to work the next row, all right? Okay, everyone, so I had to increase 2 more. I had 38 loops, So I went back a few more, skipped only one, did on the second, increased 2 more loops to have my 40. Coming in my first loop, I'm going to do 1, 2 chain. That's my single and 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. I'm going to have a total of 5 double crochets inside of this loop. 2, 4, and 5. I'm going to do 2 chain into the next loop with a single. All the way around will be like this. Now I'm going to create 3 loops of 3 chain. 1, 2, and 3. Into the next one, single. 1, 2, and 3. So I have my first loop, my second loop, 1, 2, and 3. And my third loop. We're always going to create 3 loops. This is not a loop. This is just going from the 5 double crochets with 2 chain. And again, 2 chain into the next one with 5 double crochets. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. And then I'll meet you at the end. 2, 4, and 5. Chain 2. And again, repeat, single, 3 chain, and create your loops. I have 2 loops, and my third loop, chain 2, 5, double crochets. I am so not used to working with this hook and this thread, but it's a lovely thread to work with. I think especially for clothing. I think it's really nice. Softer, I would say. 2, 4, I did too much. 5. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've closed in. I'm going to come behind this first double crochet and do a front post double crochet. But because I'm starting off, I'm doing a single and 2 chain. I'm coming behind the next one and doing front post double crochet. On the middle one here, we have 5 double crochets. So the third one, we're doing 2 double crochet on the same stitch. That's our increase. And then again, the last 2, we're doing front post. Okay. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming into the next one and doing single. And then coming into the middle one here, and I'm going to do 9 double crochets. So we do single on the first one, on the middle, the second one, we do 9 double crochets. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Coming directly on the next one with single. And then 1, 2, 3 chain. Going on the first double crochet. So we're repeating again those front posts, 2 front posts. So I have 1 and 2. On the middle one, we're doing 2 double crochets. And then again, front post on the last 2 double crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Going in the first 3 chain loop with single. Coming directly again on the middle and doing the 9 double crochet. So basically we're just repeating what we did here. If you need to rewind and look at it and go through it, then by all means. So 2 front posts on the first 2 double crochet, 2 double crochet on the same stitch, which is the 3rd double crochet, and 2 front posts. Chain 3, single on the first loop, and then directly into the middle and do 9 double crochets. Single on the next loop, 3 chain, and continue front posts again. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so finish the row. Where we have the front posts, I'm going to do front posts. So single, 2 chain, and again into the next one. Front posts again. We're going to do an increase on the double crochets that we created. So on my first one, 1 double crochet. On the second, I'm going to do 2 together. Again, we're hitting the front posts. I'm doing front posts. 2 front posts. I'm going to do 2 chain, coming in this 3 chain that we did with a single. Coming. So once we've done the single, we're coming directly into that first double crochet, and we're going to do 3 incomplete double crochets. So I have my 3s, that means 4 on the hook, and close it together. 1 chain. I'm skipping a stitch, coming into the next one, and repeating exactly the same thing, doing 3 incomplete double crochet. So we're building groups. Actually, we are going to have to do more than 1 chain. I don't know why. Sometimes people, I'm telling you. Okay, so we've closed that up. 2 more chains, so that basically 3. Skip a stitch into the next one. Incomplete, incomplete, and my 3rd one. And close it together. 1, 2, and 3. Skip a stitch into the next one. Do the incomplete. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Skip a stitch. And I'd actually prefer it to be 2, but let's see. Sometimes it's not enough or it's too much. So we got to go with the flow. So I've closed them all together. 1, 2, and 3. Skip a stitch and come to the last one and do the 3 incomplete double crochet. And close it together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. Coming again into the next one with single. And we're repeating everything that we've done here. So I'm going to do 1, 2 chain. And doing my front post. We're basically repeating what we started doing. This is going to be like this all the way around. Into the first double crochet with double crochet. The second one we have an increase of 2 together on the same stitch. And then the next front post and the last front post. So we're repeating what we did here. Chain 2 and coming in with a single, exactly how we did here. And then coming directly into that first double crochet with double crochet, incomplete, and the 3rd one. So we have 4 on the hook, and we close it up. 1, 2, 3 chain. If your stitch is loose, do 2 chain only. And then again, 3 incomplete, skipping one space, and close it up. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 1, 2, 3. My goodness. Skip a stitch into the next one. Incomplete. Incomplete. And incomplete. 1, 2, 3. Skip a stitch into the next one. So we'll have those 5 groups again of the incomplete. 1, 2, and 3. Dogs are going crazy out there. Let me tell you, there's never a dull moment, either back home or here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. And again, you're going to repeat exactly what we've done here. Directly into the stitch here with a single at the beginning, single at the end. 1, 2, 3. Did I do 3 or did I do 2? I think I did 2, so I'm going to do only 2. Or was it 3? Okay, well, let's see. Maybe it was 3. Okay, so front. So yeah, 3. 3 chain and front post. So we're going to repeat exactly what we done. 2 front post, first double crochet with double crochet, and on the second one, we're adding 2 together. And then front post again, and again. Okay, so pretty much looks like that. I'm going to repeat this all the way around. If you need to rewind the video, then go ahead, take your time with it. Trust me, it will look very, really, really pretty once it's complete, as you saw already on the picture, because obviously the picture, the tutorial is already done, right? Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end. Now, what we're doing here, the row of 5 double crochets and then the 2 front posts and the 2 last posts, we did the increase here. On the next row, we're not doing an increase, but the row after that we are. So it's 1 row of increase, 1 row no increase, 1 row of increase, 1 row no increase. So front post continues the same. Coming in and doing my single front post. Oh, it's too loose. I don't like it too loose. So I'm coming from behind and doing single and 2 chains. I have my front post on that one. And I'm coming on that second front post and doing my second front post. Now in this row, I am not doing an increase, so it's 3 double crochet we had created on the previous row. We continue with the 3 double crochet. And then again, front post, okay? Okay, everyone, so the 2 front posts, we're doing stitch over stitch, which is 3. Only the next row we'll be doing on the middle one an increase, okay? So it's a row increase, a row no increase. Remembering always 2 chain before the front post and 2 chain after. And then coming in that first chain there, 2 and 3 chain now. Okay, so only 2 at the beginning and 2 here. And then on top of these is 3 chain. If your stitch or your tension is too tight, then do it 4 chain. Okay, so basically what we're doing, we're preparing this row here to create afterwards the 9 double crochets again, and it keeps going like that until we end the row. So chain 2, we're going into the front post, 2 front posts, this is the second one, and 1 double crochet per stitch. So we have 3 double crochets. We'll do 3 double crochets over double crochet, and then 2 front posts. Oops, my goodness. 2 chain, coming in the next, in between the motifs here, with single, chain 3. Now it's just a repeat until the end. 1, 2, and 3, and again. 2 chain, and now I'm just closing up because I advanced myself on the row. And again, next row. So I've closed in with slip stitch, so I'm going up single, chain 2, front post, always until the end. We're going to have these front posts, and the increase, in order for the skirt, the bottom part of the dress to widen, we have to do the increases. Okay, so on the first double crochet, 1 double crochet. On the middle one, remember we have 3 double crochets. We're doing 2 double crochet on the same stitch. So on this row, we'll have 4 double crochets. That means next row, there is no increase, only the row after that. This is how it starts widening up the dress. And then again, front post, front post. So always 2 front posts here and 2 front posts there. One and 2. I'm coming in that first 3 chain we did with single, coming directly in the center and creating 9 double crochets. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then again, single, exactly how we did down here. And then 1, 2 chain. Coming again, doing my front post. So now it's just a repeat. Okay, so I'll meet you in the next row just to show you one more time when we're going to create this, because now we're creating this row. Okay, and of course we're not doing 5 double crochets because we're increasing on here. So the next row we're going to do this, and then we come back again into those loop 3 chains that we did, and then back to this. So it's just a repeat. Okay, so again, double crochet and 2. I'm on the second one, am I? No, I missed the first one. Okay, so here's a good trick again for you. Sometimes it's important when I do make a certain mistake, because then it shows you. So I was supposed to have the 3 double crochets here, and I done only 2. So I'm coming down on the bottom one that I'm missing, and I'm doing a double crochet, and now I'm coming on top of it and creating another double crochet. So basically I'll have my 3 down here and my 3 that I'm supposed to have here. Now I'm on the middle one, creating 2. That's my increase, exactly how we did here. And then another one. So now we have the 4 double crochets and front post, 2 chain into that first 3 chain space with a single. Directly in the center one, we have 3 loops, so the middle one, we're doing the 9 double crochets. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished my row. Again, I've closed in with slip stitch, coming in, doing my front post with single and 2 chain. into the next front post. Now, because we did the increase on this row, no increase on this one. Okay, so we had 4 double crochets. We'll continue to do the 4 double crochets. Remember, next row you have to do the increase. And it really doesn't matter where you're going to do it, but I suggest to do it here on the center. Okay, so no increase here. And then front post again. Now we're repeating this row here. Okay, so we're doing, let me just check here to confirm. So we're doing those 2 chain. I'm coming in that chain with single. Coming in that first double crochet, doing 3 incomplete double crochet. So it's just a repeat. And I'm going to do this for the next few rows. I'm going to do 2 chain only this time. Skip a stitch into the next one. Doing the 3 incomplete again and close it. 2 chain, skip a stitch into the next one. Now, somewhere in between, I am going to use that cream color, 2 or 3 rows. I'm not sure yet at this point, but I'm going to continue a little bit more with the lavender and then change colors. So I'm coming into the last one and doing my 3 incomplete double crochet. So that leaves me again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exactly how we had down here. And then do your single, your 2 chain, and your front posts. So just remembering that we're just following the rows that we did. Okay, the only difference that it's going to be is 1 row increase, 1 row no increase. Okay, we're going to continue to do that for quite some time, but you could always advance the video and see where I'm at with it. And if you want to change color, you can, as I'm going to. If not, you can just keep it all in one color. Okay, so I'm going to continue mine, following row after row, and then I'll come back to you when I'm ready to change color to give you the idea, or so you can know you should know what it looks like. The picture will be up already, right? Okay, everyone. So I'm basically going to change color. Now, I'm going to go back to the cream color. That means I have done, if we're counting from the first row here of the motives of the, put it this way, maybe it's better. The first 9 double crochets we did on the first row. So 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3. There's the loops of 3 chain. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That means 11 rows. Or you can check by these. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these motifs here that we did the incomplete 3 double crochet. Okay, so I'm just going to continue where I left off. I'm not starting anywhere else. I left off over here. And I'm going to do my front post. So I'm going to do my single and 2 chain. Now, the reason why we keep increasing, just give you a little explanation on here, because that's the only change it is. You always have to create those 3 rows in order to get the motif. So we keep increasing here to get the wideness, to have the skirt open up. Once you think, it's up to you, either you can follow the video or you can do a few more rows to open up more of the skirt, depending upon the thread sizes that you're doing, because you know that the bigger the hook, the bigger the thread, the bigger the dress, right? With the other dress, it seems to be bigger than this one. This thread is thinner. Okay, so I'm going to do, so I have 7 so far. Increases on here. Okay, on the double crochets. Now, next row I'm doing the increase going to 8, but I will be doing it probably until 9 increases. And then from there are no more increase until the end. And I'll see at the end if I need to do any increase at all. Okay, just to give you a little hint how it works. So, just going to continue to do what I was doing. Nothing changes. So I'm going to do my increase because this is the row of the increase. Remember I told you one row, no increase, the next row increase. So I've done 3 double crochets. I'm putting my increase right away on my 3rd double crochet. So I'm supposed to have 8 double crochets on this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now you could stick to the same color. You don't necessarily have to do mixed color. I wanted to, so I'm just going to use this color. But you can create other dresses with 3, 4 different colors if you'd like. It's also pretty. So 2 chain, and coming in, single, and then the loops. 1, 2, 3. My loops. 1, 2, 3. My loops. 1, 2, 3. So it's always a repeat. You could always rewind the video. So I have those 3 loops. That's to prepare for the 9 double crochets again. 2 chain, and I'm coming in, doing my front post and repeating again my increase, 8 double crochet. So 2 on my 3rd double crochet. So I have 2. On this one, I'm doing 2 together. 3 and 4. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then our front posts. And again, good heavens, I still haven't got rid of that cough from that terrible cold that I had gotten for Christmas. So I'm still like struggling with it. Okay, so 2 chain, single, 1, 2, 3, and then continue on. So it's just a repeat now. Okay, I'm going to do 3 rows of these, which is these 3 motifs, right? And then, 3 rows of these I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, and then come back with the lavender, and then I will be doing again with the off-white. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end when I'm ready with my size. So I'm going to do another until my 9 increase, and then I'll come back to you just to make sure that you understood what I was saying. Okay, everyone, so I've completed my off-white, my cream, I should say, okay, which I have 1, 2, 3 rows of the cream coming back to lavender. Now, as you recall, here I was doing the increase of the 9. So this row there is no increase. That means that there's 9 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, from here for a little while, I don't know how many rows, depending on the size that I want the length of this little dress. I'm not going to do any more increase, okay? I think I have the whiteness that I need of the skirt, okay? I don't need it to be flopping either. Like, I don't want it to be too much, okay? So this to me is a perfect whiteness for this little skirt, and I'll tell you how many I have here. Kind of hard to measure it this way because it doesn't bend, right? So 40, that means 80 all the way around, okay? So from here on, I'm continuing just double crochet over double crochet and continuing with the same pattern. the same rows as we've been doing. So I'm going to do 3 rows of the lavender and then come back with 3 rows of the cream, okay? So just to let you know, I'm not doing any more increases for now. You could always advance the video and see where I'm at with it and if I have done any more increases further up. But for now, for the next few motifs, I'm not doing any increase, okay? So I'm leaving it at my last increase here on the cream, 9, okay? And continuing to do the 9 double crochets for the next few rows. So no increase. If I feel that I need to do towards the end, if I feel that it's pulling in too much, then I'll do it towards the end of the dress. I have a few more rows to go. And basically just repeating the rows as we were doing. So nothing changes, just that I'm stopping my increase at this point. I think I have the wideness of the dress that I need. Now, if you think you need to do a few more rows, you want it a little bit more wide because your tension is tighter, go ahead. You can just continue the same thing with your increases and stop when you want and continue to do just no increase, a few more rows of that. Okay? So that's pretty much what we're doing at this point, continuing to create the same rows. So like I said, if you need to go back to the video and rewind and then do step by step until you get used to the stitch, then you won't even have to keep rewinding. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So these are the double crochets inside of that middle loop. Okay, and I'm going to do 3 rows of it like I did here with the cream. Okay, so I'm going to continue until I need to come back and do increase. Then I'll let you know, but that's going to be towards the end of the pattern basically. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I pretty much finished my dress and I put this very sheer ribbon. That's what I had. And brown goes well with it. I'm not worried about it. I didn't glue this on here yet in case I changed my mind to something else, but I had this little cute, almost like little diamonds on it. And this was a piece for the hair, and I snapped the wires that goes into the hair, and you can pretty much put this on here. Oop, almost knocked down my camera, sorry. And that looks so pretty like that, okay? Now, because this thread is smaller, the other thread would have went 1 to 2 years old. This thread is smaller, so this is perfect. I believe the size of 6 months to a year old, okay? And also I will show you in the back. So this is what it looks like. And how pretty is that, right? And as you realize, I put the ribbon this way into 2 and leave 2 out so we can have that little effect. And I did this little ribbon in the back, which looks all messed up now, but it doesn't matter. And I didn't have another button. I wanted to put like a little pearl button. I didn't have, so I put that one on there. What I did also on the sleeves, I did single crochet, 1 per stitch all the way around. And I also did single crochet in the V back here. And as I came down and went up this way, I did a 5 chain and continued with the single. So we can hook onto the button. So very simple as you're going. Okay, I think it came out absolutely stunning. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think of it. And as far as measurements, it's kind of hard to even figure it out. I think at the beginning I had mentioned to you what was like the neck part and stuff. So it's about, because it's not even blocked yet, right? But we're looking at 14, 15 centimeters, okay? And then the waist, of course, it's a little bit tighter now, but it's about 24. And then lengthwise, and the good thing is you can go the length you want on it by adding more rows into the pattern. So 35, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you think. I absolutely loved it. I think it's gorgeous. So, like I said, this would be 6 months to a year old. I will see you in the next tutorial. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And give a thumbs up on the video, of course. And thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. God bless you. Until next time, everyone. Bye-bye.